Hey Taurus, it's Jen here. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for October. So we're in the sign of Libra as we come into October, and so I guess those are coming out. And on the 6th of, I almost said the 6th of Libra, on the 6th of October we have a new moon in Libra, and then on the 20th a full moon in Aries, and then a little bit later, days later, we move into the sign of Scorpio. So at the bottom of the deck, we have this beautiful Queen of Swords here, and she's looking forward. She has a high perspective. This is going to be your general read. She's weighing the facts. However, she has a philosophical approach, a philosophical outlook, this higher perspective. She's looking to the future and making plans and not getting too stuck in the present. So this is at the bottom of the deck. So you're planning, you're looking forward to something, Taurus. You are, I don't know, it always catches my eye, this red flag. Yeah, you're really contemplating your future and weighing the pros and cons and trying to figure out your next step. You intuitively already know what to do. You need to trust your gut. Maybe you had a situation happen recently where you really just had an aha moment and kind of it's made you introspective and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do next. Because once you know this, once you let this come bubble up from your self-conscious, or so it's interesting when these things can happen. I mean, you could be waiting in the grocery store and see a headline on a magazine, or a little kid behind you says something, or the cashier just happens to make a comment. And for whatever reason, this happens to me sometimes with song lyrics. You know how you don't always really listen to the lyrics, and it just hits you, and something clicks when it happens, right? And then you can't unknow that. You can't unrealize that. You can't pretend you don't know it anymore. And so I think with the Queen of Swords, you're really looking forward to the future and trusting your gut on what you need to do. So you feel tied to something. And I'm almost seeing you, though. This is so interesting, as the devil. So maybe you need to cut someone free, let someone go. I don't think I've ever read the devil like that. But you have the high priestess and the devil. Yeah. And emotions. There's maybe emotions, control. Maybe you help support this person, but you know that you need to let go and be at peace with that, because it's the right decision and it's the right thing to do. Almost like an enabling energy, codependent energy. Here's that new moon in Aries. Woo! Coming in hot. We have Mars is strong this month. And the Emperor also is looking for, the Emperor is like, hey, I cannot conduct my life to make you happy, and I have to make the decisions that are best for me. It doesn't mean I'm not thinking about someone, I'm not being selfish. And in fact, whatever you're letting go, I think it's better. Like, it was kind of keeping you both stuck and trapped. It's interesting. I almost see, I mean, don't get caught up in gender, but I'm seeing this as an air sign maybe coming. Well, the Emperor is more of a It's kind of all of the kings, but it's more of an Aries. But these two mature energies. So it's like intellectually you have a lot to talk about, and you think about things the same way, or you like to explore things. And then with the Emperor, it's but you're also your own two people. And this kind of came up for Scorpio, but in a different way. Um, you have sort of, yeah, you're two separate people who enjoy being together versus some sort of codependent relationship. You're still apart, though, potentially. This release needed to happen, this realization and this release. Nine of Swords. Oh, look at this gorgeous Queen of Cups. Taurus. So this is reminding me of Venus and Scorpio. And Venus, I believe, is in Scorpio until it goes into Sag on October 7th. So that's going... I feel like this realization about what kind of is... You've been stressing about that. You've been worrying about it. It's been hard to come to the truth of this devil situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, a habit. But once you sort of see it, and you've allowed it to come to the surface, and you know what you need to do, and you're making decisions that you know are right for you. For example, if you're in a relationship and you know you don't truly see a future with a person, you're like, I can't keep them trapped in a relationship with me, and that's not fair. And I have to live authentically to me, for me. So there's a feeling of surrender here, surrendering to your heart. Yeah. And your heart wasn't in something, wasn't in a situation. And it was more of, yeah, you felt obligated or something to stay in a situation. And maybe if this is a relationship and you're coming towards another person, they may have also felt the same way. I feel like the relationship that either you're in that's going to work, or that is coming towards you and you're releasing another one, is one where you both are independent and sort of self-sufficient. And it doesn't mean you won't have a strong connection or a strong relationship, but it's like you had to be whole on your own, to be able to come together in a sustainable relationship. Let's move on to career, because we haven't even gotten to the romance relationship reading. Let's look at career. What's at the bottom? Eight of Swords. Okay, you feel trapped in your career. So the Eight of Swords and the Devil are very much, or somewhat similar energies. So feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling tied to something, feeling tied to your job. Now this Ace of Swords, if you look, she's like literally tied to that tree. And it's like this is the sword that she's using to cut herself free. Excuse me, the truth. The truth. What's your bottom line? And that may be what that download is. What's most important to me? Am I willing to sell my soul to the devil and be stressed and hate my job, and just feel tied? Or am I willing to cut myself free, and do something, and do something I really love to do? And this doesn't even mean you're necessarily quitting your job, but really committing, made this download, this creative download, maybe writing that book, doing that thing you really want to do. Something that when you're doing it, it's something you love. When you're doing it, you're really focused and um, present, and it feeds your soul and you feel energized. It's what you want to do in your spare time. It's solitary. Maybe your job is very solitary because it's under the devil, and um, it's not fulfilling you. But I also see more of a creative project. Queen of Swords again in the work sector. So there could be a connection. You maybe have a connection with someone at work as well. So lots of some sword energy here in the work sector, which isn't I mean, that makes sense. Maybe this Queen of Swords will help you break free, and that's why she's showing up in the work sector. So maybe you have an air sign energy, could be female, well, it doesn't have to be, at work that you have a connection to, or can help you find another job, or may help you have this aha moment and help you break free. It could be a mentor, it could be just someone you look up to or appreciate their wisdom. It could be an old soul. What's going on in romance for Taurus? I feel like you've had kind of lots going on in the romance department, if I remember. I love this card. So you are really in either a place in an existing relationship or a new relationship where, look at it's like they're out to eat and they're oblivious to what's going on around them. They're so drawn to each other. They're so attracted to each other. They're so into each other. They are totally in the honeymoon period and they have no idea the world melts away around them. See, it could be this air sign. Wow. Ace of Cups. This is not just a passionate connection, but a positive emotional connection here. It could be that you ever meet someone, and I don't know if it's a recognition of a soul connection, love at first sight, just feeling really attracted to someone, but your stomach kind of does that. Your stomach just drops and you're like, whoa, like your body gets your attention because of this person's energy. There's just such a connection there, even if you don't even know them. The Tower. The Tower under the Devil and the Nine of Swords is there too. And I see some of you leaving a relationship or blowing up a relationship if you don't handle it the right way. Or it could be just sometimes, no matter how maturely you end a relationship, the other person is going to blow things up. They are going to not take it well and not deal well. And maybe that's why you kind of, I don't know. I think what for some of you could happen, and this is just for some of you, if you are in a relationship and you're realizing, it could be seeing this other person makes you realize it isn't right. And I feel so when you break up with someone, you're with that other person pretty fast, and that causes, the other person is not over you, and you moving on so fast is a problem. Nine of Swords. And I think you're worried. It could be that maybe you're dating someone that someone else knows, or someone that you were with in the, okay, it could be like a friend of, like someone, a friend of yours, not like your best friend. I don't think you would do that, but used to date, and so it kind of fucks up that friendship. Or it's someone you were friends with while you were in another relationship, and they're like, see, I always knew there was something going on. And maybe there was a connection, but there was never anything going on. But whatever, it's, it just makes things messier. So it could be some sort of something like that, and just someone's having trouble letting go. But this new, so if you're single, or um, you have new love coming in, I mean, look at this. This is really, you guys are really into each other. There's a strong connection here. Um, and things, I think, progress pretty quickly and pretty passionately. But I also think, again, there's that strong connection. Because, like, it looks like her crown chakra is activated here, right? Is that like a little sparkle? And so there is a deep energetic, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, energetic connection that's kind of like, whoa, that's intense type. And it's so different from previous devil energies that have felt more like needy, or I don't know. It's just a whole new different type of relationship than you've had before. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Thank you for watching.